Thank you for your time. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain, Barcelona.
Okay. If you don't mind, asking how old are you?
I'm 37 right now.
What do you do in your country?
I work in video games industry. I'm a key manager for Scopely.
Okay. How long will you stay in Hiroshima?
Well, we arrived today. We're visiting the whole country here in Japan. And we decided to visit Hiroshima today, and we will stay for today and part of tomorrow. Yeah, well, we're visiting also Miyajima, but staying in both cities today and tomorrow.
What's the impression about Hiroshima?
Well, it's kind of a contrast city. I was telling my friend that it's quite impressive that with what happened, how that city is completely rebuilt. It's amazing. Like it's you will if it wasn't by the monument, it would be really hard to tell what happened here 80 years ago. So it's a very impressive effort that the Japanese people took to rebuild the whole country, and the monument itself is quite also taken, breathtaking, very safe. Because it's like you can feel how devastated was the bomb and how destructive it was, and then.
What made you decided to come to Hiroshima?
Well, we're visiting the whole country. It's something that I always wanted to do, and I also have like a kind of a love for the history of all kind, and especially for what the big events in the history of humanity. I think that this one is like a sad moment that happened, and we everyone should see which are the consequences of such a thing, and in order to create, let's say, a better mindset for the future, and make everyone conscious on the consequences of these kind of events.
Okay. Did you go to Peace Museum?
Not yet. We were just visiting right now the monument. We might be going after lunch.
Okay. How did you feel when you see it?
I mean, it's shocking. It's very shocking. It's like you can see how destructive it was, and how some stuff, like metals and part of the pavement, the concrete and everything was completely ravaged, and if it made that against something that as solid as a building, it's everything else was completely it kind of transported you to how it would be the rest of the surroundings. And then when you see the images of the surroundings, and you realize that the dome was left in a better, let's say, status, it's almost it's quite shocking, because it's like, okay, if this is the best of what happened here, in the base status, let's say, and everything else was completely devastated, it's very, very, very impressive.
Okay. And then what do you think about war situation right now?
Well, it's something very sad, because it looks like we haven't learned enough from the past. We're having right now another war in Europe. It would have been really, really hard to say some years ago that would happen again. But it's it's happening again and again and again, and it looks like humanity is not learning from our mistakes, and yeah, we're saying that it's very sad, because we have this monument of that living flame that will burn until there are no nuclear weapons anymore. But we were talking about that, it looks so impossible to happen, that it looks even like the humanity will disappear before the nuclear weapons, or eventually, because of that, right? So it's very sad that we're still in that situation, so many years after, with the technology that we have, the knowledge, we're living in the, let's say, communication era, with a lot of information, and everyone knows what happened, where happened, because the reasons that made that happen, and even so, we're still doing the same stuff.
Okay. Do you think there's anything we can do for peace?
I guess that raising the new generations with a better consciousness on what it doesn't mean to have a war, what are the consequences, and why we should never pay back like mistakes from our also like elders with the same mistakes, right? So I think that is the key is in education, raising the new generations with a better way of thinking.
Okay. Why is the peace for you?
What's the peace means for me? Like I guess that end with all like conflicts. Especially, I mean, we might have also like other kind of conflicts, but especially like the violent conflicts. Like we should forever end with that. We should end with the weapons all around the world. I think that the weapons and are the kind of the instrument of the war. So we should end with the instrument, of course, and have a world that let's say that we can live in like as equals, with we can all the civilizations, preserving our cultures, and like trying to discriminate a little bit more the frontiers of what do they mean. Instead of like looking people over the shoulder, from one country to the other. So like kind of putting us as equals as a species, which is what we are in the end.
Okay. Finally, do you have any comment for watching this video?
I guess that it pays. I think it's worth to pay a visit here. So please don't hesitate to come and in order to see what happened here, how they rebuilt everything, and how impressive that is. And I think it's an example of like separation or like a self-separation or as a civilization, and it's worth to see what happened and how they come through after that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Where are you from?
London.
Okay, London. Nice. If you don't mind asking, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. What do you do in your country?
I was working in PR, so marketing stuff, but I recently quit my job and we're going backpacking. So Japan's our first stop.
Okay. How long will you stay in Hiroshima?
We're only here for one night, but sort of 2 full days.
Mm-hmm. What's the impression about Hiroshima so far?
It's beautiful. It's cold. And it does feel very kind of steeped in history. It's amazing to learn about kind of everything that's happened in this city over the last 100 years.
What made you decided to come to Hiroshima?
I think it was mainly the history, but also the food. We wanted to try okonomiyaki, Hiroshima style as well.
Oh, you like okonomiyaki?
Yeah, a lot. I think I prefer Hiroshima style.
Oh, so you prefer Hiroshima style compared to Osaka?
Osaka, yeah. We came from Osaka this morning and we had okonomiyaki too, actually.
Okay. Did you go to Peace Museum?
Not yet. We're actually on our way there.
You will. Okay. Did you see the atomic bomb dome?
Yes.
How did you feel when you see it?
Yeah, it's amazing to sort of see what's left and it's in the sun kind of reflecting off it. It's very impressive and very sad.
Did you learn about Hiroshima in your school?
I think so. I can't remember specifically. It was a long time ago. But I was very much aware of it and Japan within the war. And it was, a very sort of sad thing to learn about.
Okay. Do you think there is anything we can do for peace?
I think more of this, more memorial parks and more places for people to come and reflect and learn about what's happened are, really, really important.
What's a peace means to you?
That's a good question. Just respecting each other, loving each other, refusing to kill each other for no reason.
Finally, do you have any comment for people who are watching this video?
Yeah, come to Hiroshima. It's lovely, great food and a really beautiful city.
Okay, that's it. Thanks so much.